The White Sox won a baseball game. This is very exciting for about 3 people. And those, I think, are all front office personnel of the White Sox organization. Everybody else, I think, was kind of hoping for them to really break the losing streak record, just to say we witnessed history. But the White Sox lost 21 games in a row, and that tied for the longest losing streak in American League history. The streak started out on the second game of a doubleheader on July 10th. In that time, they were outscored 45-136. 45-136. That is absolutely abysmal. So not only did they just lose 21 games in a row, which actually ended up being 22 out of 23 total games, because they lost Wednesday after they won the game on Tuesday. So still not great. And we'll get into that in a minute. Here's how bad it got. Okay. We did some digging. Here's the analysis on how bad they got. They only scored 5 or more runs twice. Twice. They gave up 10 or more runs 5 times. 5 separate times they gave up 10 runs or more. And they did it in back-to-back games a few times. Unbelievable. That's just bad. So, they lost by 5 or more runs, which is technically a blowout, to lose by 5 or more runs. That happened 8 separate times in this 21-game streak. They got walked off once, which is surprising because that means that they hung in there long enough to get walked off, even one time, which is great. So before the game on Tuesday, the A's, because they were in Oakland, the A's in-game entertainment team started playing the song 22 by Taylor Swift. And apparently that didn't sit well with the White Sox players or whatever it was, because that jinxed them and they got over the hump. So it's a little too bad. Do we get to blame Taylor Swift for the White Sox not, breaking the record? That's a question I'll ask Brad. See what he thinks as he's jumping on right this second. Brad, is Taylor Swift to blame for the White Sox not breaking the record? We can't hear you.
I was muted. Yes.
I liked your emphatic yes, though. I could see it, and it was very nice.
If you could read lips, Brig, you would know.
Yes. Oh, this is what we got. We got. Yeah, Taylor Swift is to blame for the White Sox not breaking the streak. And I don't know if you were listening, but I mentioned that I think 3 people were polling for the White Sox to not break the streak, and they're all front office personnel. The rest of the world, probably, I think, White Sox fans might feel differently. They might be ambivalent. I don't know. But we almost witnessed history, and I don't think anybody would have been sad about that. What's one more game?
Right. And honestly, I think that the players were like, no, we don't want to go down in history with this, right? Like, did you see Miguel Vargas after I think it was Monday night's game?
No.
He was sitting on the warning track just against the wall and shell-shocked.
Yeah.
Like,
after he got traded from the Dodgers?
Yeah, like I went from the Dodgers to this.
Yeah.
I wonder it. I don't know if we'll ever find out, but I wonder if he said something like, you guys, come on now. Right?
Yeah. Could be.
I think all of us were just like, if you're going to be bad, be the best at being bad.
Yeah. Be bad really
because
well.
Now
do it hard.
Now you're just really bad. Unless they break the losses record. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they put up a mediocre season the rest of the way with Grady Sizemore now as their manager.
Yeah. Well, and that's interesting because manager Pedro Griffol, that guy, whatever, he got fired. Nobody cares anymore. Got fired this morning, Thursday morning. His record 89-190 as the White Sox helmsman. Skipper, I wanted to say.
With a team, Brig, that wasn't that far from removed than being a division / potential World Series favorite.
Yeah.
Just a few years ago.
Yeah, was it 3 years ago? They won 100 games or something like that?
They were 500 in 2022. 2021, yes, they won 100 games.
I think
And
they won 100
everybody
games,
before the season was like, this team could go to the World Series.
Yep. Well, he's out. So let's say he was the problem.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's how the front office.
That's why
they needed
I'm
somebody
saying.
to be the scapegoat. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter
I
if he's
think
the
Chris
problem.
Getz is gone too. To be honest with you, at the end of the season, I think he's gone too, and they're just gonna start fresh with this whole thing. Like, okay, we got to get the stank out of here, and we're gonna start fresh. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Rightly so. Absolutely
but
rightly so.
I have a question for you though, Brig.
Okay.
If you're Mark Kotze, first off, did you already go through all like the numbers and stuff of the streak?
I did, yeah.
Okay, bananas, right? Like I was putting all that together. I was like, this is crazy. So, if you're Mark Kotze, manager of the A's, okay, another team that's probably going to lose 100 games this season.
Yeah.
When the season is over, if the White Sox come to you and offer you the managerial job in Chicago, would you go to Chicago or would you stay in Oakland?
That's a tough situation. For me, honestly, it would all come down to the money. If they are going to pay me what they paid Pedro, then yes.
Yeah, because he's not getting that in Oakland.
Nope. So, if the money's there, take it. This is enough of a situation where they're going to clean house hard. And because they're going to clean house hard, you're either going to be in the driver's seat of a transition or you're going to be the next scapegoat. But managers get hired to be fired. We've talked about that a million times.
Right, all the time. Yeah, very rarely do they get to leave on their own accord. So,
yep. So I think the answer for me is yes. Although, if it didn't come with a hefty price tag, I would hesitate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because this is the thing that's interesting. So this is the thing that's super interesting about this is that, so you think about the White Sox, right? That they have gone from World Series champions to bad, to contenders to bad, to contenders to really, really bad now.
Yeah.
They have an owner who wants to put in winning product on the field, even if, because Jerry Reinsdorf thing is the most profitable teams are the ones that almost make the playoffs and barely make the playoffs. That is his thing, right?
Yeah, it is. It's true.
But at least you're going to be a contender. You're not going to bring a bunch of guys through and then as soon as you get to pay them, trade them away. But on the other hand, the A's are going to Sacramento, and they say they're going to up payroll so they can contend, right? But you don't know if they're going to or not.
You don't know.
And trying to attract people to attract players to a minor league field that's going to see temperatures around 110 during the summer.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem easy. So I might go to Chicago, honestly.
Yeah. Here's the other thing.
And I don't know it would necessarily take an exorbitant amount of money.
There's too much transition going on with the A's right now. So if you wanted at least some stability, you're going to get a new general manager. You know, if you slide into that managerial role, that's probably all that will change other than the roster, right? Honestly, but the A's are changing a ton of stuff and flying by the seat of their pants, it feels like. So, and nobody wants to work for that owner. What's his name?
No. John Fisher.
Yes. Man,
because that's the thing
Yankee
Stadium. Is that the White Sox have been consistent for a long time. Yes, they want a new stadium as well, but with the owner situation in Oakland feels erratic.
Yeah, it does.
That's one of the problems I have with it.
He said one of the things he was most excited about was to see Yankees come in and crush bombs in Sacramento.
I'm like, he's never going to live that down. He's never going to live that down.
I can't wait to see Aaron Judge.
Love to see opponents hit bombs.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Yeah, I want to play for that guy. Not.
Especially the pitcher. Get out of here.